What's up, good people? Welcome to the Bro Code Show Special Edition. It's your boy, Bro Troy, aka Mr. Y4C, but better known as Coach TJ. And tonight's special edition show is sponsored by my man Reggie Winston over there at the Barber Shop, located at 4551 New Bern Avenue, Suite 180 in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, check out the barbershop for all of your premier grooming services. And please don't forget to ask about those monthly memberships to save you both time and money. Now, for those who have never had a Bro Code Show experience, the Bro Code Show is a live talk show created to discuss, uncover, justify, and dismantle the issues that concern us most as brothers, as family, and as a community. And we like to give that to you raw, uncut, and real respectful. Now, our greatest desire is to embrace everyone in positive, popular conversation. You know, we're not in the business of bashing or belittling anyone, but we do believe in being comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations because that's where understanding starts. So as grandma would say, let's chew the meat and spit out the bone. Now, for those that are just watching, if you're on YouTube, hey, man, we appreciate y'all. If not, please go to YM4C TV, as you see on the screen. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so when we go live, you'll know it. Please help us build our IG page. Go to Instagram at Bro Code Show and like, subscribe, and share. I think Bro Smith, you still there, man? I don't know, man. You a little spotty today, man. What's going on, brother?
Oh man, I'm here. I had to deal with a little mini emergency on one of my my businesses as far as a vending machine went kaput a little bit and started leaking. So, you know, I got the wrench out and got the pliers and got to rewiring a couple of things. We'll see if what I did actually works or if I'll be out here tomorrow. But my apologies. So
no worries. Were you watching YouTube on the way out there, man? You know, to put those things together.
Something like that. I had the company on. I used my Droid to look at YouTube, and I had my iPhone to FaceTime with the technician. He's kind of walking me through it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Man, I didn't even know that, but it is clearly I was right. So, nonetheless, man, I hope that works out for you, bro. So tonight is indeed a special night, Bro Smith. You know, we have the pleasure of being joined by the Queen, Miss Lisa Greene. You know, for those that don't know, Lisa is a servant leader by lifestyle. You know, service is at the root of her DNA. She serves tirelessly and gives freely. She's a warrior. She's a change agent. And she is also a doer. With Lisa, so let's talk more action. Now, she's my type of person. Now, Lisa is the COO of Marketing with a Twist. Marketing with a Twist offers a unique, fresh perspective to marketing and networking industries, creating winning strategies to leverage your blueprint to attract a footprint within your brand or organization. Now, Lisa believes determination will get you to your destination. And there is no I in team, but there is an E for effort for everyone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to play this real quick, short introductory video, and then we'll bring Miss Lisa Greene, the Queen, to the stage.
Together, there's no I in team. It's take E for effort for everybody. Even though it's a me in team, without the E and me and you, it would be no you. You took the efforts of your naysayers to show you know, and you supported, said you can go, and we're just doing what God do, paying it forward. So we standing in the gap, going to where they are with boots on the ground. And we've got plenty of organizations out here, YM4C, Marketing with a Twist, and Stop Hunger is the main part of this, partner with the Raleigh PD, and it's just many organizations. And it's also a time to collaborate and create new friendships and partnerships so we can keep this going. Because it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about all of us together. We all in this together.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You're back here with the Bro Code Show. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, help us welcome the HTIC, the head twister in charge, Miss Lisa Greene, to the show. What's happening, Lisa?
Hi, Troy. Thank you for the most, I don't know, out of this world introduction. You give me more honor than is due to me, and I thank you for it. Hi, Bro Smith.
Hey, I couldn't miss this one. I told Troy I'm gonna do all I can to be there, even if I have to join from the car. But I got a brief glimpse of how wonderful you are on a couple of events, and so I've got a number of questions, and I'm trying to find out more myself. But I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to the chat.
Well, I'm looking forward to, and thank you for asking. And I'm glad you got your problem fixed.
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as can't. It says I can, because can is a contraction of two words. Cannot. That you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it.
Is absolutely right.
And thus, while you're here, and Lisa, it's all about giving the flowers while you're here, while you can still appreciate them, smell them. And that's what this night is about. So we love and appreciate you from Y4C, the Bro Code Show. Anything that you've ever done and helped us with, we appreciate that. You indeed, this is needed and necessary, and much so for you. So I'm curious, Lisa, like, we know that you are the HTIC. You are the head twister in charge, as COO of marketing with the twist. But for those who are listening, who is Lisa Greene at the core?
Lisa Greene is an outgoing, spontaneous person, but laid back in her own ways. A lot of people don't know that I can have shy moments. I can have those shy moments. And I think I'm an introvert more than an extrovert. It's like, no, you're not, Lisa. It says I have to do what I have to do when I'm out there in the public, because like you say, it's in my roots. I had to come to terms with that I've been behind the scenes so much, and people say, Lisa, it's now the time you put the talk with the action. I'd like to speak, action speaks louder than words, and that's who I am. Lisa's I don't mind telling, a 53-year-old woman that started out of Greenville, North Carolina, by way of Detroit, Michigan. A single mother of three. My mother had 3 kids. We're a year and 10 months apart. I'm the oldest. You wouldn't believe it when you look at it. They think they're my mama. And I learned I got my mom and dad. I got my inspiration from my mom. She was back in those days. She had to go to Detroit to have me because she got pregnant while she was in school. So she had to go with her older sister in Detroit to have me. So that's how I became born in Detroit and stayed there for a little while. And, she said, send me my child back. So, she raised us all 3 in Greenville, North Carolina. She did what she had to do. She was one of those parents. You do as I say do, not what I do. So, she taught us at an early age that you got to give back. She got off her job at, 7 a.m. in the morning, got her dressed. And, I was one of those kids, you would never believe it. I was a tomboy. I was hanging with the boys and beat the boys up for beating on the girls. She come around that corner. I was like, uh-oh, here come Juanita. She was one of those moms would beat you all the way home from school. You ain't getting on that bus. You cut up in school. We going through that path to home. I got the switch behind you. You better not run. But, I just thank God for her. She died when I was 24. She was 42. I said, okay, Lord, left me here with a 6-month-old baby. And that's what I tell people, be careful what you ask for. I was, laying on the couch from spring break. She said, Lord, all I asked is to live 6 months until my first grandchild. I was like, Mom, stop tripping. And so she lived. My son was born on January 21st. She died June the 27th. And she called one night and she said, let me speak to my grandbaby. I said, Mom, I got to go back to work, She said, just know I love you. And then, that next morning I woke up to call her and, the phone was ringing on busy. And I got my sister's grandmother to go next door and they found her there holding the phone, And so I had to pick up myself and just go and just, do what, she said, it's not about you. She said, you cut me. People always say the racial issue, and I understand that. But you got to also stick it in yourself. They can't do it to you unless you let them do it to you.
That's right.
So she said, just remember, if you cut, you used to bleed the same. Don't forget your roots, but understanding you got just as much right they have. You can walk up in the room with them at the same table. You just have to present yourself as it. But that's who Lisa Greene is, a person that's carrying on the legacy of her. It took me a long time to get from behind the scenes. I always like to make other people shine, and I still do that because you don't get anything out of trying to make yourself shine. That's who Lisa is.
I love it.
Well, Lisa, where did the name come from? Marketing with a twist. Like, what was the inspiration behind that?
Marketing with a twist, believe it or not, came from me working with Zaxby's. I left Zaxby's. I mean, I got to Zaxby's. So how did you get Zaxby's? I have a BS degree in computer science, a minor in math. I said, okay, most technical people can't do marketing. What in the world? I said, one is man-made, one is God-given. I just have to go with it. One day I was walking into Zaxby's with a friend of mine. We just, and no pun intended on the men. When we was talking about men, and she's like, I said, they always come at you when you sitting at the restaurant. So I was at the restaurant getting a drink, and this guy came. I said, oh no. I said, you just put jinx on me. And he just wanted to know, how did I come to Zaxby's? He was there for a fundraiser for my church, and that's how I ended up working with Zaxby's. And so I started elevating. Zaxby's hired me to get them out there. And so I always say Zaxby's marketing with a twist. We're networking to build our network. And I never known that was God's intention. When I left Zaxby's, the name went with me. So I said, oh Lord, this is my name, marketing with a twist. And everybody else saw it in me. Deneen Merriweather at Radio 1 was like, I walked in the room with her and we was working or something. She said, what's that girl name? I was like, Tracy Mack, no, you didn't set me up. And so I was like, okay. And that's why, and we were the first restaurant to be in the women's empowerment. And I ended up on stage. That's why I tell people, if you walk in your passion and your purpose, it'll shine for you. You don't have to do a whole lot of talking. And so that's where marketing with a twist came from under Zaxby's marketing with a twist, how to network to be your network. And I'm known for doing things like, hey, thank you for coming, Zaxby's. Put a Zantastic smile, make the belly feel delicious. And, all those things. I made all those Z's, and boy, corporate was at me about those things. But that's where marketing with a twist came from.
Well, you're making me hungry because I haven't eaten anything yet, and I know I don't know if you have the hookup on those Zaxby's coupons still. Those fried pickles are hitting my soul right now. So
look, maybe I need to make a phone call and go get you a Zantastic chicken sandwich.
Please.
And just want to put a plug in there for them. I don't know. Most of the people don't know that they're not franchised. They're proprietary. They buy the right. I tell people, especially they buying the rights to use their name because they have to do their own financing, their building, and everything. That's why you see one Zaxby's doing what the other one is not doing. And they allow me. People say, Lisa, you did it for Zaxby's. No, they allow me to go out there and take them from $1 million to $4 million. And that's why I branched out on September 11th at 10:30, 2019. God pushed me out there. I said, okay, Lord, you don't push me out here. They had no idea that was going to be my last day. Neither did the owner. And then that's how my Stop Hunger came to be about. That year we fed over 86,000 families, over 24 counties out of the 34 counties that Food Bank served over 1,500 plants and flowers, just to give back. And so I knew that I had to now think about, Corona came in like a woman. Women come in, how y'all look when women come in and men all pause. She said, men, women, and children, you're going to sit down for me and listen to me. I need y'all to connect and lean on each other. And that's what I think that Corona came in. God put Corona here to come in here to make us know that we got to lean on each other.
Yeah, indeed, we're stronger together, man. I share those same sentiments. For those that are just checking in with the Bro Code Show, this is a special edition. We have the Queen, Lisa Greene, from Marketing with the Twist, and she's sharing some of the sentiments of how she got started and speaking about reflections of her mother and how that inspired her and some of the things that she continues to hold on to now as she serves others tirelessly. So I'm curious, Lisa, we're going to step back just for a minute, okay? I want you to share with us something interesting about yourself that most people wouldn't know.
I'm an introvert. I said that earlier. People don't believe it, but I love to hang out with kids because a lot of people, we forget that where we came from. We have to go, you'd be like, well, the young generation, they're wiser, but weak, as the Bible say, but you have to go down to their level to bring them back up. I didn't say stay down there, but I love hanging out with kids because they know who you are. Like I said, they're innocent. They know who the real adults are, and that's who they cling to. So I don't mind being that ear. Like I tell people, I got an ear for you to listen. I got an ear to listen to, a shoulder to lean on, and a heart to give you, as long as you don't take it and tear it up. And that's what we're supposed to do, And then, most women say, well, I don't want to do that. Well, you got to learn how to be a woman in heels, Timbs, and sneakers. So you know how to
get down there with the kids. Stop laughing at me, Brother Smith.
Say that one more time. Let them know. Preach. You got to slow that down. You know, you ain't talking fast. They're just listening slow. So
Okay.
you got to break that down. You got to find a woman with what now? They got to be comfortable with what?
In heels, Timbs, and sneakers.
That come on now. All right. This sounds like I need a ride or die chick.
That's right. Yeah. I'm gonna put that on Facebook.
Oh wow, don't get me in trouble. Look, I think I might be already in trouble. I probably get a lot of, but no, you have to do. You gotta
love that. Heels, Timbs, and sneakers. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, Lisa. So I'm curious. An introvert, you know, when I heard that, Lisa, I said the same thing. It was like, wow, you're around people so much. But you said something there, and as a group that works with kids, and I want to bring this picture up because they say pictures are worth 1,000 words. And this picture was a picture of us serving through an event that we just saw the video on with the Boots to the Ground, where we were able to put packages together to serve those that were dealing with homelessness in either shelters, and in this case, it was in hotels. But to your point, you know, over 1 million pounds of food served in over 24 counties. You know, with all of the events that you've been doing last year and some of the things that you've collaborated with, over 100,000 families, teachers, and seniors served not just food, but flowers and meal boxes, and then have collaborated, right? You use that word, right? Because we're stronger together in partnership with over 27 counties across state, even across state lines, into South Carolina and Georgia. So we commend you for that. And when we talk about this type of work, man, when we talk about, you know, putting out this type of service, you know, that's something to be admired and celebrated, Lisa. So we thank you. We appreciate you. You know, I would love to hear though, what are you most excited about right now? You know, with the work that you're doing, with some of the things that we just put up on the screen, like we talking about putting up numbers, like you putting up numbers, right? So with all of the work that you're doing right now, you know, what has to be one of your most fulfilling moments so far?
A lot of things are coming to pass over the last in January, with the phone call from you being a part of YN4C, invited me to the board. I was like, oh, wow, you know, and so I thank you for that. I see you over there. And just putting in, and I say, if you put your time in, as the old church song say, if you put your time in, payday is coming out the wow. And, you know, that's an old song that this man used to sing in our holiness church. You know, he said, put your time in, payday is coming out the wow. I was like, okay, what are you talking about? And over the COVID time, I put my time in, and payday is coming now. I got to learn how to receive. I'm a giver. You know, there's great things. I tell people communications and public relations is awesome because it will drive footprint into your blueprint, because now I got Amazon looking at me. I got, you know, I just got my 501c. I have companies just offering me to come out and do team builder concepts, you know, with them, with the food distribution, and teaching them how to leverage the playing field, how to look at a situation that they're in to kill 5 birds with 1 stone. People say, well, and you got to take your blinders off when you go into the situation. You know, figure out how to be in more places than one. Can you be in 2 places at one? But I'm excited about those things and no opportunities. I got a town over, not going to call their name, that I'm going to be doing some things with. So people just watch my work and just showing the seed. Now my flowers are blooming, and I just got to learn how to pick them instead of giving them all away.
Okay.
But I want to. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I wanted to jump back into something you had said before related to the COVID pandemic, and I'm not going to compare it to a woman. I can't. But obviously, a lot of people dealt with a number of losses, and a lot of people gained a lot of fruits through that. You know, I was hoping you could share a little bit about a loss that you might have gone through, and what you learned from it, whether it's about marketing with a twist or something in general.
Well, I didn't really lose anything during COVID. I think my mind is just tunneled on helping people, what my mission was, and my purpose is standing in the gap. You know, for those that did lose that, I mean, I saw that on the lines. I mean, I have to get, oftentimes when I collaborate, and that's what we do, we collaborate other businesses or organizations to help them get out there, to understand that giving back will drive footprints into your blueprints. And I think the most thing that, you know, the memory of my mother, losing my mother And I always go back every time I have that aha moment. And if you see me out now, I go off to my own. I may be crying a little tear and say, okay, Mom, I'm doing it just because of you. But she's always my drive. And that's what I said my loss is. I mean, you only can, don't ponder on your loss. Just take it in. I tell people, take the negative, what you think is negative, throw it out and use it as a stepping stone to get you to your next destination. It's all just a learning lesson and a curve. We got to receive it at that and take it as a stepping stone. So I think my greatest loss that I could ever say is my mom. And then I lost my dad, my stepfather, what I call my dad, in February before the COVID came in, a month before she came in. So, I just take those things that they planted into me, even though they said, you little hard-headed, knucklehead girl running around with these boys, you need to sit down somewhere, and that just taught me that, you got it. Nothing can be taken away from you unless you allow it to be. So I think my greatest loss is, losing my mom, so many years ago, and then my father a year ago, right before COVID came in, before Corona walked in the room and said, sit down.
Mm-hmm. Well, certainly my condolences on the loss of parents. So.
No problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're just checking in, we're here with the Queen, Lisa Greene, and we're talking about servitude. We're talking about selflessness. We're talking about marketing with a twist, and how she has came on the screen and changed the game for how we do business and branding and leveraging our playing field to drive, what is it, Lisa? Drive the footprint
into your blueprint. That's what we
blueprint. You better call that thing. You better drive that footprint into that blueprint, girl. Stop playing.
Yeah. It's lucrative for you, whether it's, and we got to understand that lucrative doesn't all mean financial. It could be physical or mentally for your business. Understanding that everything you touch is not going to be financial. It's going to be something to grow you. So you got to have a foundation. So, sometimes, you have that solid foundation when you do your launch, but, sometimes it get weak, just like a house, you have to refloor it. So take some time that you do something for somebody. You're not always going to get that financial blessing from it. It could be a seed or something that's going to get you stronger and get you ready for that next adventure that's coming to you. So you'll be able to handle it. And you just don't drop it and you say, oh man, and blame it on someone else. It's your fault.
Boom. Straight like that. Well, we're going to pay the bills real quick right here on the Bro Code Show. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Queen, Lisa Greene.
Are you looking for a barber shop that provides luxury grooming services in a safe, clean environment, and that also gives back to the community? Well, look no further. The Barber Shop is the place for you. We're currently looking for new members. We have a location here in Raleigh, and we have a future location coming soon in Wake Forest, North Carolina. If you'd like to be a member or just give us the opportunity to serve you, please visit our website, thebarbershopnc.com. See you soon.
And we're back here on the Bro Code Show, and we're talking with the Queen, Miss Lisa Greene. Now, Lisa, we've asked a lot of questions. We have, when we come on the show, we want you to use this platform to get the things out, your passions, and we've heard that on several occasions. But we have a segment called Flip the Script. And on Flip the Script, we allow those that come on the platform to ask us questions. You can ask the bros anything that you want. So, Lisa, now you get a chance to flip the script on the bros.
Why are you rubbing your eyebrow, bro Smith?
I don't know where you're going to go with it. So.
But yeah, it's your turn, Lisa. Anything you want to ask the bros.
Stay rated G with it. So, you flipped it on me about leveraging playing field, and you said you learned that from me. Tell me something that you leverage since you've been with me. That when you go into the thing, what has increased you into being, creating this partnership? Understand there's no I in team.
You want me to go first, JC?
Yeah, knock it out.
It's the little things that make the big things happen. One thing that I always admired about you is that you're a go-getter and your tenacity, but you are a creative thinker. And I'll never forget when we were, one of the things that we've always leveraged, or we've leveraged differently since we've met you, is the bouquets of flowers and the potted plants. And, it's one thing to plant the seed, but something as small as putting a sticker on there with something kind on it. And then using that, you taught me more of it planting a seed than rather than trying to sell something, right? The sale of it cheapens the act of itself. So if you're going to do something in that particular case, that random act of kindness, let it be just that. And use it as, like you spoke of, as an opportunity to plant a seed in someone, because you never know their day. I'll never forget us being on the phone and you talk about you being the flower bandit. And you you was like, oh, I can't tell anybody, right? That's right. So, nonetheless, man, little stuff like that, I remember that, and it made an impression on me. And as another servant leader, someone who has decided to put others before myself and embrace that and wanting to help them, that right there spoke volume to me. So there's been a many of things, but that one right there, Lisa, man, that one weighs heavy.
Okay. And I'll say from my vantage point, I got the opportunity to do the event with the food drive. And I wouldn't have thought that you were an introvert, from that event, as well as all I see now as far as personality. But as everybody's packing up food and all the vendors and the volunteers are coming, I'm seeing you hustling and bustling between everybody, making sure everybody.
He froze.
It was so good he couldn't even finish. I mean, but if
the architect of all of that, making sure that everybody knows what the left hand and the right hand are doing. And I'm sorry, you with me? Everybody still with me? I don't know if I froze.
You froze again. You froze.
Can you hear me?
I can. You're going in and out, but I can hear you. Well, I'm pretty sure what he was trying to say is that you're a dope leader. Like, at the end of the day, what he was really trying to get across is when it comes to not just being a leader, but a servant leader, you embrace that holistically. And I think there it is. So I want to know, boom, there it is. He's back. There it is.
I am. I know what it is. I'm right outside the business that I did my thing, and they just shut down and turned off their Wi-Fi. So that's so that's what got me. But I'll be brief. My larger thing I learned is just how to network, how to make sure that everybody understands the process, and how to be kind of seem like you were multiplying yourself to where even though you weren't in front of everybody all the time, everybody was speaking with your words or with your voice and knew exactly what to do in order to get that event handled perfectly.
Okay, I'll let you pass with that one, Rosemary.
Thank you. I think
not to the right door a little bit, but it's okay. You took it off and you put the insight back on me, but it was supposed to be on you. But I got you. I get you.
Well, Lisa, I'm curious. You've got a lot of things going on, but how can people get involved? And two, what's next for you in marketing with the twist?
How can people get involved? Some of the questions I ask my clients is, are you showing up or are you tending in your market? It's something to think about. I'm not going to answer that question. Are you showing up and tending your market? And if you have a question about that, means you need to talk to me. Did you leverage that last transaction for the best of your ability? Did you get all that you could get out of it? Can you be in two places at one time? I'm just throwing questions out there to make you think, make you say, make you bump in the night. Can you be in two places at one time? When you're the person that everybody's trying to get at, how do you weed out the real from the fake? Or can you make that fake person a real person? So those are some of the questions I want to leave with them. And that's how they can get at me. If they can't answer those questions, you need to talk to me. We need to have that conversation. And that's not on here. I didn't, given enough nuggets out there, you need to call me and we can make that thing happen. What's next for marketing with a twist? As I said earlier, Stop Hunger One Community at a Time is now official 501c3. We're going to continue building, bridging, and branding, and that's what I do with my company. I like you to build yourself up, brand yourself, bridge deals and whatnot, close it successful while sustaining. Get this, and it's important: a successful relationship that's going to grow. Just because you close that deal and you got everything out of them that you want, whether it's physical, financial, or mentally, keep that relationship. Because guess what? If you did what you said you were going to do, the word of mouth is powerful. They're going to be our footprint into your blueprint. that's going to be lucrative, whether it's mental, physical, or financial. Relationship is powerful. So what's next for us is that I'm gonna be out there. Like I said, I gotta deal with Amazon. I'm just gonna keep growing with some neighboring cities that you can do some things with them in the community, teach them, team builders, and just continue to give back, because as long as I take care of God's people, guess what? He got my back. And we just have to remember, sometimes we're in a difficult situation. He throws us in that difficult situation because he needs you to be standing in the gap for him. There's somebody in that storm that's not listening to him, but they're going to listen to their brother and their sister. So, and I told you, don't get upset when they walk up on the shore and they look over and say, Lord, I wonder how I got over. And you ain't sitting about there. It's me. It wasn't you. It was a God in you to help you. Just know that he's going to bring you out. He used you for a moment to help someone else. And that's what we have to do out here as entrepreneurs. I know it's our bread and butter, but if you help someone else and, you throw a line to someone else, somebody's going to throw a line and bring you forward. But next with Marketing with a Twist is to continue to grow and to build and just sit back and reap their harvest. I mean, I'm learning how to do that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it too. I like how she casually threw out she has a deal with Amazon. Like that's mom and pop store next door.
And you know what? Me being that was what was at that event that y'all came to for the MLK.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got introduced to him. He's like, man, we're looking for servitude. And he calls me all the time. Him and some other people calling because there's so many companies. I'm going to give a nugget. Listen up, y'all. I'm going to create a storm in your life. You better listen up. You got to, just while you're out there, community relations really drive the footprints in your blueprints. I mean, that was something unexpected. You got to give back. You got to give back. And that's what my company did during COVID, to help people stay relevant.
Yeah.
Because guess what? That's who they're knocking on the door. And you probably feeling it too, Troy. You see more people calling them because you stood in the gap for people while COVID was out there, because he protected you. You didn't catch COVID. And I thank God that none of my 17 members caught COVID.
Awesome.
So that's what I'm saying. If you out there doing what you got to do, doing it while helping other people and while, making that dollars you have to make, you know what? It's going to sow back in. It's going to grow.
I totally agree. I've once heard that, I think it was Muhammad Ali, service is the rent that we pay for our space on earth. And as a collective, we believe that the rent is due every single day. And that's the thumbprint of that blueprint that you talk about. So
right now, I hear you talking right now.
Indeed. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The queen, Lisa Greene. She is the head twister in charge, the HTIC of Marketing with the Twist. Ms. Greene, Lisa, it's always a pleasure. It's an honor to have an opportunity to connect with you on a personal level, on a purpose level, and on a business level. Obviously, we're not going to put all our laundry in the street, but I definitely appreciate those phone calls where we can encourage each other. We're indeed stronger together. So check us out, man. We got Miss Lisa Greene, man. Join us this weekend. We're going to continue this conversation. This month is all about dope dads. So this Saturday, we're going to continue that conversation. That's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be chopping it up with NBA analyst Chris Broussard. So we're going to be talking about the bubble and everything in between, man. And of course, what it means to be a dope dad and really love on our babies the right way, right? And holistically. So also join us next Sunday. After that comes, it's going to be a double header this weekend. So we've got Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then join us again Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll chop it up with the big homie Lafayette Treywick and Shrew Pettigrew. And then join us for those back-to-back episodes Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Sunday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Bro Code Show. So if you already have it, man, please go check us out on YouTube at Y4CTV, as well as help us out for building this IG page at Bro Code Show. Well, we always want to leave you with a positive, and this special edition is no different. And we're talking about community, so I thought this one was kind of hit home. And the quote says, "A community is like a ship. Everyone ought to be prepared to take the helm. Well, it's your boy, bro, Troy, aka Mr. Y4C, but better known as Coach TJ. And we are the Bro Code.